From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good morning. We finally made it to Friday, and folks, we have a lot of active weather on the horizon. High temperatures for lower elevations, specifically for the lower Columbia Basin, could touch 70 degrees on Saturday, but then those temperatures are going to come down into next week as the cold front passes, picking up wind gusts for Sunday, and that's going to be associated with the storm system that could bring us a ton of snowfall for the Cascades into next week, which is why we're going with first alert weather days for our Cascade passes, because past travel is almost certainly going to be impacted by the snowfall for next week. First alert radar for this morning showing you just a few sprinkles, little splotches on the map, nothing too impactful. The winds definitely not as noticeable as they were for yesterday morning, so we're still gusting around 25 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, closer to 20 miles per hour for the lower Columbia Basin down towards Hermiston, but it'll end up being another gusty day out there. Temperatures mostly in the 40s for lower elevations. We are seeing some upper 30s there in the Kittitas Valley. Here's your hourly forecast for this Friday for the Tri-Cities. Maybe some sunshine breaking through, and these small shower chances, 20 to 30% chances all throughout the day. So for today, lower elevations going to end up being mostly dry. Can't rule out some of those showers, but as we head into the weekend, it turns a lot more active in the form of warmer temperatures and gustier conditions. We'll talk about both those things coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead, after months of community concern, a proposed housing site for sexually violent predators in Kennewick appears to be off the table. What led to the project falling through and what's next for the neighborhood? We have the details coming up. Plus, people across the region are being warned to prepare for another dry year. Low water supply forecasts have officials asking for early conservation. Coming up this morning, we're going to explain how following the voluntary watering schedule can help avoid mandatory restrictions. And the city officials in College Place are discussing some new water towers, roundabouts, and community centers. Coming up, we're going to hear how these projects both benefit the people that live there and the businesses. Details coming up on these stories and more on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks for waking up with us and joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott, and we start this morning with a major update out of Kennewick. This is the proposed housing site for sexually violent predators now appears to be off the table. Kennewick City leaders say Joe Field, the man who had planned to manage the facility at 5304 West 8th Avenue, has backed out of the project as of Wednesday. City officials say they will continue working to find a solution and will now focus on communication with nearby homeowners. The development comes after nearly 2 months of community pushback since neighbors first learned about the proposal in mid-January. A realtor involved in negotiations says a buyer is now under contract to purchase the home, though the sale is not officially closed. The property has also been targeted by recent vandalism, and community members are being asked to stop so that repairs can move forward. 6:03 following up this morning on a missing Yakima County woman who has now been found dead in eastern Washington. Lincoln County Sheriff's Office says a resident found 26-year-old Aspen Jada Valdez on Tuesday morning in the backyard of a home in Sprague. Authorities say that resident then contacted law enforcement. Investigators say Valdez was last seen February 26th near State Route 23 after leaving a family vehicle while traveling from St. John to Yakima. An autopsy has been completed, but officials say the cause of death has not yet been determined, and stating that there are currently no confirmed signs of foul play. Authorities are asking anyone with information or security video from that area to contact investigators. And continuing our follow-up this morning as we're learning more about the robbery suspect who was hiding inside a Richland building and then fell through that attic ceiling, we have now learned he was also a person of interest in a recent shooting in Kennewick. Police tracked the man down and an acquaintance on Wednesday afternoon in a building near George Washington Way and Comstock Street before taking them into custody. Now, that business complex has a State Farm Insurance, a Hanford Workforce Engagement Center, and several medical offices. Police say the incident caused about $30,000 in damage to the building. Richland police say the man also had multiple active warrants out of Pasco, including for robbery and unlawful imprisonment. 6:05 now, and when a disaster strikes in Franklin County, whether it's a wildfire, flood, or severe weather, a small group of people inside one building help coordinate the entire response. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen got a look at how Franklin County Emergency Management make critical decisions.
Franklin County Emergency Management may be a small office, just 3 to 4 full-time employees, but its responsibilities are anything but small. The team works year-round to help residents prepare for disasters and to coordinate the response when they happen.
Franklin County Emergency Management is an organization that is supporting the cities, which are Pasco, Connell, Mesa, and Colotis, as well as the county for all emergency management disaster-type events.
That work includes disaster planning, public education, and training exercises, some mandated by FEMA, plus coordinating resources across multiple agencies. When a major emergency hits, the county activates the Emergency Operations Center, bringing together law enforcement, fire, public health, and other partners under one roof. When a major emergency happens, this room fills up quickly, with law enforcement coordinating safety, fire crews managing responses on the ground, and emergency managers overseeing the entire operation to make sure the community gets the help it needs.
When a specific incident happens, which it could be anything, we have some very specific plans and procedures for dams, as well as for the nuclear plant in Hanford. Those are very regimented and outlined. So we have those ones, and then we have a general one to kind of give a foundation of where to start from.
Even when the center isn't activated, the work doesn't stop. Officials say ongoing training, outreach, and preparedness education are key to keeping the public safe, and they encourage residents to sign up for emergency alerts and have a disaster plan in place. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And Franklin County Emergency Management says the best time to prepare for a disaster is before one ever happens. Officials recommend keeping emergency supplies and staying informed about local alerts. 6:07 this morning in local living, the Kennewick Irrigation District is warning customers to prepare for another dry year. The Bureau of Reclamation's first water supply forecast shows KID expects to receive just 44% of its normal water supply for the year, marking an unprecedented fourth straight year of drought in the Yakima Basin. Now, officials are urging customers to start conserving now and to follow the voluntary watering schedule as soon as water is available. They say the more people who stick to the schedule early, the better the chance to avoid mandatory restrictions later in the summer. And the city of College Place is moving forward with several infrastructure projects. City leaders say even with that growth, careful spending and fiscal responsibility remain a top priority. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with city officials about their plans for the future.
The city of College Place, located near Walla Walla in Walla Walla County, has a population of nearly 10,000 people, and like many cities across the state, it continues to experience steady growth. City Administrator Troy Rayburn says providing quality service to residents remains a top priority as the city plans for the future, but he says major projects are currently being discussed to help support that growth.
We're working on trying to design and develop a new water tower to serve a future growth, and that would be in the southwest section of the city of College Place. A roundabout to address traffic and pedestrian safety issues that would go down in front of the high school on College Avenue. Rayburn says another major project in the works is a new community center that could bring additional services and gathering space for residents. New community center. A community center was initiated before my time here, and we are continuing to move that forward with hoping to begin construction in 2027.
College Place city officials tell me that while there are several projects the city is looking to advance, they say that staying within their financial means and operating within the city's budget is most important. The city currently operates on a budget of about $97 million, and even as the cost of goods and services continues to rise, Rayburn says leaders are focused on prioritizing capital projects while keeping the city financially stable. I've had conversations with our budget director, finance director, and all of our department heads, community development and planning, public works, etc., to make sure that we differentiate between wants and needs, and right now we're focused on need. Rayburn says investing in public spaces and infrastructure can also play a role in supporting economic development and attracting more people to the community. When I come to College Place, if we have a community center that has a library attached to it and daycare attached to it, and meeting space, public meeting space adjacent to a beautiful park. City leaders say the goal is to continue investing in projects that support long-term growth while making sure taxpayer dollars are spent responsibly. In College Place, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And city officials say that planning for these projects will continue into the coming months as they work to secure funding and finalize the timelines for construction. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We are looking ahead to the weekend where communities in Kennewick and Yakima are rallying to speak out against child exploitation. Coming up, we'll see where these events will be held and ways people can show their support. We have community events coming up next. And at 10 minutes after 6, giving you a live look outside from our Legends Casino and Hotel Sky camera at Richland's Columbia Point. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert is going to be back with your first alert forecast and what you can expect as you head out the door today.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers. So switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now switch to T-Mobile and get free phones for $0 down. Plus 4 lines for only $25 per month per line.
Better service, better price, win-win.
This season, your refund goes further.
At all Walker's Furniture and Mattress locations. For a limited time, we're giving you a sales tax discount equal to double the sales tax. So you can refresh your space for much less with the tax break you need and the comfort you deserve.
Plus, with no money down, special financing for 5 years, you can save now and pay over time.
This week at Walker's, where quality just costs less.
Even on an antidepressant, there are days I feel stuck in my head. Depression symptoms like sadness and low energy can hold me back. I wanted to break through. I asked about Vraylar. Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant significantly reduces overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, nausea, constipation, insomnia, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar, breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
Play your cards right in the Lucky Draw Match game at Legends Casino Hotel. Every Thursday in March, 4 winners are guaranteed to take home $2,000. And get ready because we're upping the ante. Pick 7 cards to reveal multipliers. Match the right ones and deal yourself up to $10,000. Use your Legends Rewards card to get in on the action. Don't fold on your chance to win big. Play Lucky Draw every Thursday in March, only at Legends Casino Hotel.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Unfortunately, considerable avalanche danger continuing for our Cascade slopes. The Olympic slopes just going to be in moderate avalanche danger over the next couple of days. But you see, it's really on the western side of the slopes where we'll have the considerable danger for today. Some of that spilling over to the eastern side of the slopes for tomorrow. And again, considerable avalanche danger means level 3 out of 5. So that means that natural avalanches are possible. Human-triggered avalanches are likely. You got to evaluate the snowpack very carefully, find your routes very cautiously, and conservative decision-making is essential over the next couple days in the backcountry. Let's take it back down to lower elevations where for today for the Tri-Cities, we're going to be up around 60 degrees, a little bit cooler in the Kittitas Valley where we'll be closer to 50. Then for tonight, looks as if it's going to end up being pretty mild out there. 45 for the Tri-Cities, 41 for Yakima, 45 for Sunnyside. But I wouldn't just call it comfortable for Saturday. I would call it borderline warm, as we could be up around 70 degrees in the Tri-Cities. That's about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than normal, but then a big time drop off as we head into next week, and we can attribute that to a cold front. That's also going to bring our overnight lows way down. So mid 40s on Saturday night, then dropping back down into the low 30s by the time we get to Monday morning. And that cold front also bringing along wind gusts going up, and the snow chances for the Cascades going to go up. So a lot of active weather going up as we head into the weekend. We'll talk about it all coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 6:15, looking to community events ahead of the weekend. A rally aimed at raising awareness about child exploitation and human trafficking is coming to the Tri-Cities this weekend. Organizers say the event is a part of a nationwide march called Save Our Children. The rally is scheduled for 11 a.m. on March 7th in Kennewick, outside of the mall, where participants plan to gather to speak out against child exploitation and human trafficking. Organizers say similar rallies are being held in communities across the country.
We're just going to spread awareness on the current events and bring awareness to people who don't have social media, who are not paying attention. It was on the news yesterday that they closed 4 spas here in Tri-Cities that were in connection with prostitution and human trafficking. So it's right here in our own backyard.
And the last time a rally like this came to Kennewick was back in 2020. Organizers say if you are unable to make it, she's encouraging people to sit outside their homes with homemade signs. She also told us that the mission is personal because she is also a survivor of abuse.
We need to unite as parents, moms and dads, aunts and uncles, people that have kids in their lives. I'm sorry, it makes me emotional. People that have kids, we need to unite. Because it's not about left or right, it's not about straight or gay, it's not about black or white, it's about our children.
A separate event will also take place in Yakima this weekend. The Yakima Rally is scheduled for Saturday, March 7th as well, from 10 a.m. to noon, with participants set to meet at the Downtown Capitol Theater. Yakima and Kennewick will be the only locations in all of Washington State to take part. 6:17 still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, we will check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth for your first alert forecast as we give you a live look outside from right here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. He will let you know what you can expect as we head into the weekend.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, an important reminder that screening saves lives. At Prosser Digestive Health Center, our expert team provides advanced, compassionate care close to home, from preventive screenings to diagnosis and treatment of digestive conditions. If you're 45 or older or have a family history, don't wait. A colonoscopy can detect cancer early when it's most treatable. Schedule your screening today by calling 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Ellensburg is a great place to visit all year long, with awesome scenery, amazing restaurants, and unique places to shop. Let's talk with some local businesses. This is Ellensburg.
Hi, I'm Megan West, owner of Claim Clothing in downtown Ellensburg. Claim Clothing is a store located in our downtown core of Ellensburg, Washington. There is something happening all year long in Ellensburg.
Ellensburg is awesome. We have a great community. We've got a school, a university, and you've got a huge community of locals and outdoor enthusiasts that all, mingle together, so we get to serve all of them. Even if you're not looking for something, people will come in here, and sometimes they'll leave with something you didn't think you needed.
So yeah, you can just come in and grab something small, or you can come in and get that really beautiful statement piece for yourself or someone who's important to you.
So if you're a cool person looking to do some cool things, check out Mountain High Sports and start planning your trip now at myellensburg.com.
Austin Reed is a television news leader with a passion for unique stories that have affected positive change for more than 20 years.
Get the best local news coverage every day, right here.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacey Lee, Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Woo, it's Friday! Next live from Outlander, Katrina Bell, plus Leo Woodall from Vladimir, and Wendy Bonk Skincare Myths.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Kraken, Senators. Coverage begins at 7, Saturday on My Network TV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have First Alert Weather days in front of us from 4 a.m. on Sunday to 4 a.m. next Friday, as we could have up around 4 feet of snow for the Cascades. And it's because of this, we have this series of storm systems and impulses of energy that are lined up all the way to the Aleutian Islands in Alaska. And so those waves and impulses of energy just going to hit us one by one, and the Cascades going to capture the bulk of that. Now, we'll put this into motion over the next 48 hours with Futurecast radar. Still snow, probably transitioning to rain later in the day for the Cascades. So past travel not going to be all that bad at all for today or tomorrow, but that's definitely going to change as we head into Sunday. For Saturday, it's looking not only mostly dry for lower elevations, but also a decent amount of sunshine as we head into the afternoon and very early evening, and then into the very early morning on Sunday. You can see by 5 a.m., that's when that next round of precip is going to start, and that inevitably is going to be our next big time round of snowfall. Now, here's what it's going to look like for lower elevations. Those precip chances for the Yakima Valley, you see they're decent for Tuesday through Thursday, maybe even a little bit of snow getting into the mix for next Thursday, but the storm system at large from 4 a.m. on Sunday to 4 a.m. next Friday, around 4 feet of snow for Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass, around a foot of snow for Blewett Pass and Sadis Pass, maybe 1.5 feet for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, maybe getting up around an inch of snow for the Kittitas Valley, but for the Yakima Valley, for the Lower Columbia Basin, and for the Blue Foothills, looks like we're not going to get any snowfall. That's the snow aspect of the forecast. Now let's touch on the winds. As just a few minutes back, we showed you that big time drop off in temperatures from Saturday to Sunday and Monday. So for Sunday, because of the cold front, because of the pressure difference, that is going to bring up our wind gusts up around 50 miles per hour for the Blue Foothills, 50 miles per hour for the Kittitas Valley, 45 miles per hour for the Lower Columbia Basin, and some big time gusts up in the mountains as well, which could lead to some big time reductions in visibility with that mixture of snow. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small chances of showers today, highs near 70 Saturday, then winds, high winds for Sunday. In Yakima, a beautiful mild and gusty weekend. And then for Ellensburg, wind gusts up around 50 miles per hour on Sunday, then chances of snow next week. For Hermiston, gusty with highs in the mid-60s this weekend, then a good deal cooler by Sunday. And finally for Walla Walla, high winds ramping up into Sunday and tracking chances for a rain-snow mix next Wednesday and Thursday.
6:22, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Hollywood icon Barbra Streisand could be making a big return to the Oscar stage. Coming up, we're going to hear how she plans to honor a late friend and the co-star in the performance. Fans have waited a decade to see. Details coming up in your entertainment news after the break.
This tax season, Walker's Furniture is giving you a sales tax discount equal to double the sales tax. Plus, with no money down special financing, you can save now and pay over time. This week at Walker's.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
These days, the world is moving faster than ever, but I like to say, not so fast when it comes to a progressive disease like chronic kidney disease. Jardiance is a little pill proven to slow the progression of CKD and reduce the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Find the goodness of slow by saying, not so fast, CKD. Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Amber Sharon is now seeing patients at Prosser Digestive Health Center. Dr. Sharon provides upper endoscopy, colonoscopy, and specializes in women's digestive health. Get expert, compassionate care close to home. Call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 to schedule, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Don't miss this opportunity to get a home makeover from Walkers.
Graham Ike has teamed up with Walker's Furniture to provide one lucky winner with an incredible home makeover. Just go to walkerscares.com and see how you can enter to win.
Saturday primetime in Sunday Showcase on ABC.
6:26. Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment news this morning, oops. She did it again.
Oh, no.
Britney Spears facing a court date for a suspected DUI. Booking information shows that the Highway Patrol arrested her north of LA on Wednesday night, and she was released Thursday morning.
A representative for Spears calls the incident inexcusable. The person says the singer hopes to get help and make changes in her life, and Spears is due in court May 4th.
All eyes on Britney, just like a circus. Bummer.
That's good.
I know. Okay. More entertainment news. Fans of Barbra Streisand, well, you're in luck. According to multiple sources, the legendary singer and actress is in talks to perform at the Oscars.
Streisand hasn't sung at the Oscars since 2013. She's reportedly in conversations to honor the late Robert Redford, her friend and co-star from The Way We Were.
Oh, Barbara, the Oscars. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Well, the Oscars are in like a week, aren't they?
I think so. You know, I think we had this conversation earlier this week up at this desk. The award season, they all kind of mash together, but I think the Oscars are...
Are they next Sunday?
They're either this upcoming Sunday or next Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. The 15th.
Then we got Stone again.
He's on the Oscar beat.
Yeah, yeah.
I think his favorite season is award season.
It sounds like it.
I'm here for it.
City Judge, yeah.
I love it, yeah. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Downtown Yakima getting ready for 6 cruising nights this summer. Coming up, we'll speak with local officials on the plans that are in place for safety and traffic control as we get ready for summer. And community efforts bringing a family into a new home. You hear it there, the excitement. This morning, we're going to see the team effort that helped that family get the keys to their new house. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest in your 6:30 half hour.
Truck Month only happens once a year.
So it's gotta be big.
Like available Pro Power on board big.
Protect it with the Ford Security Package big.
There's only one Ford Truck Month.
Deal's so good, we need a bigger door big.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and explore unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in the region. Upgrade your kitchen with the spacious LG refrigerator with its innovative cooling technology and generous storage capacity. Keep your food fresher for longer while enjoying the modern design that complements any kitchen decor. The Smart ThinQ technology allows you to control and diagnose your refrigerator from your smartphone. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
At Core Powder Coating, we bring metal to life.
From industrialized parts to custom projects, we specialize in high-end finishes that protect, perform, and stand out. The 35-foot oven, 5-stage chemical wash, and climate control facility, we handle the jobs the others can't and do it right the first time. CORE means commitment, organization, reliability, and excellence. And that's exactly what you'll get on every job. CORE Powder Coating, where quality meets color. Visit corepowder.com or visit us in Richland.
Every home starts with a move. Not just the one to a new address, but the moves along the way. The choices, the negotiations. In those moments, certainty matters. That's why Windermere Group 1 agents are trained, supported, and prepared for every step. Because when it's time to move, you should be sure you're making the right one. Windermere Group 1. On every move.
Truck Month only happens once a year.
So it's gotta be big.
Like available Pro Power on board big.
Protect it with the Ford Security Package big.
There's only one Ford Truck Month.
Deal's so good, we need a bigger door big.
Wallace. It's gorgeous. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Josh Colbert.
And we are headed into the weekend.
Yes.
I love that for us.
Yep.
And for all of you as well.
It's going to be 70 on Saturday, so love that for all of us as well.
You are just speaking my language.
Yep. But then high winds for Sunday. It's just my job. I have to say temperatures dropping down into next week, and then a whole bunch of snow on the way for the Cascades, which thank goodness.
That's where we need it.
Yep, that is just what the doctor ordered, and we're getting a bunch of it as well. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Back to the 70s, please.
Hopefully more of that to come later in March, in April as well. But yes, a lot of active weather in the forecast over the next 7 days, especially that last point. Up to 4 feet of snow in the Cascades from 4 a.m. on Sunday to 4 a.m. next Friday. Now, look, this is excellent news for the Cascades. We desperately need the snow, but it is very bad news if you have to travel over those impacted passes during that time frame. First alert radar showing you not much out there this morning. A sprinkle here, a sprinkle there. The wind gusts not nearly as impactful as they were just 24 hours back, but we're still seeing some breezy conditions out there. It's going to end up being another gusty day, but not nearly as windy as what we'll end up seeing for Sunday. Current temperatures out there, most of us in the 40s for lower elevations. We are seeing some upper 30s in the Kittitas Valley, but 43 for the Tri-Cities, a couple 41s for Walla Walla and Pendleton. Here's your hourly forecast for this Friday for the Yakima Valley. Maybe some sunshine getting into the mix. I think it's going to end up being a mostly cloudy day, and these little shower chances we'll have one at 8 a.m. and then maybe from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. perhaps again into the late evening. Overall, I'm going to lean mostly dry for lower elevations for today. Highs getting into the 50s. Gusts could be up around 20, 30 miles per hour, but definitely some much stronger gusts for Sunday. I'll have a lot more to say about that coming up a little bit later in the show.
Josh, thank you. We begin this half hour of news in Yakima, where city leaders are moving forward with plans to bring back several Cruisin' the Avenue nights this summer. So during a recent Yakima City Council meeting, officials discussed allowing 6 designated cruising nights through the summer months. Cruisin' the Avenue has been a long, popular tradition, drawing thousands of people downtown to drive the historic strip and support local businesses. Police say that there is significant planning that takes place to make sure that traffic moves and crowds stay safe. Last year, the city spent nearly $38,000 on overtime for officers to manage the events and respond to issues like reckless driving, DUI calls, and blocked intersections.
It's time for people to leave the avenue. We see a different clientele later into the evening. I know we've had that discussion here. Seems to get younger.
Now, city leaders say the proposed cruise nights would run from June through September, and they will come back to council for final approval at a future meeting. 634 in Stain in Yakima, where we're making a difference this morning as a local family is celebrating a big milestone thanks to a massive community effort. Take a look. Yakima Valley Partners Habitat for Humanity dedicated its 212th home this week, welcoming the Uribe family into their new house. Celebration brought together volunteers, community partners, and supporters, all who helped make this project possible. Organizers also thanked Perry Technical Institute for its continued support, along with other local partners who contributed to the build. Habitat leaders say events like this show just what can happen when a community comes together to build homes and hope for families across the Yakima County. Love it. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. This week, students at McGee Elementary got a hands-on lesson in learning and reading from visiting local professionals. Our very own crew joining in on the action, including the one and only Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. Coming up, we're going to see how Josh and the team left a lasting impression on the next generation of curious minds and how they also left a lasting impression on them as well.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
Congratulations, Dave. You just won $1,000 for Camo Dave Ministry as part of our Volunteers Count contest.
Well, I started it when I was homeless, and I was living in my van for about a year and a half. And I noticed, people congregating in the park, and I thought I'd start having some cookouts. We served 50,000 meals in 1 year and 4 months down there.
STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Clear out clutter and help build homes right here in the Tri-Cities. Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity is hosting our Fill a Truck event at the Richland Habitat Store on March 13th and 14th from 11 to 4 p.m. Donate gently used furniture, appliances, building materials, home goods, and more. Every item sold at the Habitat Store helps fund affordable homes for local families, plus free French fries and local vendors at the event. Let's fill the truck. Your donations build homes.
Visit Cle Elum anytime for spectacular views, fantastic food, and shopping unlike anywhere else. Let's talk with some local businesses. This is the heart of Cle Elum.
It's that sense of community, I would say, that really drives us. It's why we want to live here. It's what we love the most about being here. An absolute adventure. Every single day is different.
It's a really beautiful small town with mountains and everything you ever want to do or adventure. And there's lots of snowmobiling in the winter, lots of hiking, kayaking.
Every single corner of the globe, that they all end up in Cle Elum for one reason or another, whether it's to enjoy the outdoors, to enjoy the small town feel. There are a lot of great restaurants, a few wineries, a lot of great bars. There's a lot to do and see here. Cheers to Cle Elum.
Learn more at centralwashingtonoutdoor.com. Experiencing the outdoors is in our nature.
Community outcry over a Kennewick sex offender facility.
I was just flabbergasted that this is something that's happening in a neighborhood that has so many children.
There are children living literally next door.
Only one station, Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Who could have wanted a rising football star dead?
It's heartbreaking. Everybody's a suspect. It wasn't the police that discovered this key witness. It was ESPN.
Place under arrest. 2020, tonight on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is that time of the week again. Time to talk those climate numbers. So we start off by talking about the rainfall numbers we've been tracking since October 1st. On this side of the graphic, you see the numbers we've actually been tracking. On this side of the graphic, you see the typical rainfall we would expect during that time frame. And then on this side of the graphic, you do a little bit of math. You can deduce the rainfall surpluses, the rainfall deficits. The surpluses are indicated by green. We have nothing but green on this graphic, so that is definitely some very good news. Surplus is anywhere between 25 to 35% for the lower Columbia Basin, just barely breaking even right now for the valleys and the foothills, but we will take it. So the rainfall numbers looking good overall. Here's what the reservoir levels look like, at least in terms of the water actually in the reservoirs in the entirety of the Yakima Basin system. We have 29% more water than typical for early March. So that's a very good number, and it's surpassing the severe drought benchmark by a pretty significant clip. But here's the bugaboo. This has been kind of what's been putting a pit in our stomach all winter long, is that, as we head into the spring and summer months, we are banking on the snowpack to melt down into the reservoirs to bring those reservoir levels back up. We just do not have the snowpack to do that right now, as we have 57% less snow than typical in the Yakima Basin. And we take it over to the Blues, where the numbers are even worse. For McKay Dam, we have 38% less water than normal. That's already surpassing our severe drought benchmark by 13 percentage points. And the snowpack situation is just as bad, as we have 62% less snow than normal in the Umatilla, Walla Walla, and Willow Basins. Now, there is some encouraging news on the horizon, in that we have a whole bunch of snow on the way, especially for the Cascades. So that's good news when it comes to the drought, and that is good news when it comes to those people running the ski resorts out there. They're definitely cheering for more snow, higher base depths. The base depth only at 23 inches right now for Schweitzer. It's also at 23 inches for Ski Bluewood. They take you all the way over to White Pass, where it's better. It's looking better, as the base depth is up to 39 inches. Fresh powder over the next couple days. We'll have some for today, not nearly as much for Saturday, but these numbers are going to go way up if this graphic extended out into Sunday, Monday, and beyond. Speaking of, quite literally, we could have 4 feet of snow for the Cascades from 4 a.m. on Sunday to 4 a.m. next Friday. That is excellent news for the snowpack situation we just talked about. It is not as excellent news if you have plans to travel over the pass. We'll talk about all that coming up in a few minutes.
6:41 and making a difference this morning. Schools across the country celebrating Read Across America Week, which encourages kids to pick up a book.
And of course, we had to join in on the fun. A few of us from Apple Valley News Now got a chance to read to kids at McGee Elementary School in Pasco. I read a classic and fan favorite, Harold and the Purple Crayon, and Apple Valley News Now's evening anchor, Austin Reed, read the book Llama Destroys the World.
The team also got to answer some questions from some of the students. Kids, of course, are very curious about everything from the craziest story our crews have covered to the most famous person that we've interviewed.
Do you get nervous when you record?
That's a great question. So she's asking, do we get nervous when we record? So when I first started 22 years ago, oh my goodness, yes. Super nervous. Now, fast forward to today, no, I am never nervous.
And McGee Elementary also invited workers from several other professions to come out and read and teach students about their jobs as well. Did you have fun?
I had so much fun. Those kids at McGee were so well behaved, polite, asked the best questions, and really funny too. Really funny.
I love it so much. That's such a great thing to do. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, your morning sprint. Everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. Give me a beautiful live look from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colworth, he's going to be back with your full first alert forecast as we head into the weekend.
Thought they were cooling off on the sidelines? Well, they're just getting warmed up.
Surprise! DirecTV got hot.
Hey, I played in high school.
Really?
Well, I went to high school. I didn't go to high school.
Anyway, it's never been easier to keep up with your favorite sports on live TV and streaming apps.
So hot.
Wait, there's no ice in yours.
Why would I ruin a perfectly good bath?
To see if you qualify for Hanford worker compensation, please call Smart Law for a free consultation at 509-735-5555. Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses, including neurological, respiratory and heart conditions, cancers, and beryllium-related disorders. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Call Smart Law at 509-735-5555 for Hanford worker compensation. Smart Law, smart choice.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers. So switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite.
And now switch to T-Mobile and get free phones for $0 down. Plus 4 lines for only $25 per month per line.
Better service, better price, win-win.
These days, the world is moving faster than ever, but I like to say, not so fast when it comes to a progressive disease like chronic kidney disease. Jardiance is a little pill proven to slow the progression of CKD and reduce the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Find the goodness of slow by saying, not so fast, CKD. Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
It matters every day and every night. It matters that we're not just in your community, but that we're part of it.
We'd be happy to help you.
Making sure everyone feels welcomed and rewarded. It matters that we're here for what the doctor prescribed.
Thanks so much, Eric.
And also, just what the doctor ordered.
Need some help?
Right by your side.
Hi, Alex.
Right when you need us.
I'm gonna go grab that for you, okay?
Welcome to CBS. Join us.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. First Alert weather days in front of us, specifically for the Cascades, as we could have up around 4 feet of snow from 4 a.m. on Sunday to 4 a.m. next Friday. And it is because we have all of these storm systems, all these impulses of energy that are lined up along the Canadian coastline, extending all the way out to the Aleutian Islands of Alaska. So that's just going to hit us one by one, and it'll bring wave after wave of snowfall, especially to the Cascades. You know, we'll put this into motion over the next 48 hours with future Cast radar. I'm thinking it's mostly going to be rain today for the Cascades as those snow levels coming up. Our temperatures coming up will be up around 70 degrees in the Tri-Cities for tomorrow. Now, as we head into tomorrow morning, Futurecast trying to pick up on a few light showers for lower elevations. I'm thinking tomorrow is going to end up being a mostly dry day, even seeing a decent amount of sunshine for lower elevations in the blues. But as we head into the wee hours of the morning on Sunday, here comes that next round of snowfall, and that's going to be the very beginning of what will end up being a very impactful week up in the Cascades. Now, for lower elevations, here are those precip chances for the Tri-Cities into next week. You see just these little tiny shower chances, 10 to 20% from Monday through Thursday, but that's associated with the storm system that could bring those big time snowfall totals to the Cascades. 4 a.m. on Sunday to 4 a.m. next Friday. We're thinking 28 to 48 inches of snow for Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass, around a foot of snow for Sadis and Blewett Passes, around 1.5 feet of snow for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, maybe even getting up to an inch in the Kittitas Valley. But this is obviously bad news for pass travel, but this is great news for the snowpack situation we just talked about. And with those temperatures coming down from Saturday into Monday, the cold front passing on Sunday, we have that change in pressure, which ultimately leads to those wind gusts ramping up around 50 mile per hour gusts on Sunday for the Blue Foothills, for the Kittitas Valley, around 45 miles per hour for the lower Columbia Basin and for the Cascades. And up in the Cascades, that mixture of snow and winds could lead to some big time reductions in visibility. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small chance of showers today, highs near 70 on Saturday, then high winds Sunday. For Yakima, a beautiful, mild and gusty weekend. And then for Ellensburg, wind gust up around 50 miles per hour on Sunday, then chances of snow next week. For Hermiston, gusty with highs in the mid-60s this weekend, and a good deal cooler by Sunday. And finally for Walla Walla, high winds ramping up into Sunday, then tracking chances for a rain-snow mix next Wednesday and Thursday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, how a wife saved her husband's life using Find My iPhone.
And I looked at his location again and noticed it was in the same spot 45 minutes ago. That's when the panic started setting in.
A dream day quickly turned into a nightmare for 52-year-old Michael Harris at Stevens Pass Ski Resort in Washington State.
I started to see the snow below me and these large slats. Or slabs start to rush down the mountain. And I realized that because of the weight of the snow that I was about to go for a ride.
An avid skier, Michael found himself trapped in a snow hole several feet deep for over 4 hours. His saving grace? His wife, Penny, who had been checking Michael's location using Find My iPhone.
Didn't think twice about acting in regards to I'm getting to my husband no matter what.
And coming up at 7 a.m., they'll tell us how that harrowing rescue unfolded. With your GMA First Look, I'm Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
Even on an antidepressant, I was masking my depression. I felt I was missing out on the moments around me. So my doctor prescribed Rexulti.
When added to an antidepressant, Rexulti was proven to significantly reduce depression symptoms, more than an antidepressant alone.
She said Rexulti could provide a boost. For me, less depression meant enjoying the little things.
Elderly people with dementia-related psychosis have increased risk of death or stroke. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions and worsen depression in children and young adults. Call your healthcare provider right away to report new or sudden changes in mood, behavior, thoughts, or feelings, or if you develop suicidal thoughts or actions. Report fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar can lead to coma or death. Weight gain, increased cholesterol, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur.
Could a boost help you build on your progress?
Ask your doctor about adding Rexulti.
Now, the morning sprint.
It is 6:51, time for your morning sprint. We start with your national headlines this morning as the United States and interim Venezuela officials have agreed to reestablish diplomatic and consular relations. Now, this announcement comes 2 months after the U.S. military removed longtime Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro. Just yesterday, the U.S. State Department said its engagement is focused on helping the Venezuelan people move forward towards a democratically elected government. The agency added that the U.S. is working with partners across the region to advance stability and prosperity. U.S. officials did not release a timeline for elections or a transition of government. 6:51 in your business headlines. Halo Dream is recalling about 45,000 Magic sleep suits due to an infant choking hazard. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says the zipper heads can detach. Halo, Amazon, Walmart, and Target sold them online between September and just last month. They have dual zippers and the product name on the chest. Now, regulators say no injuries have been reported, but specific batch codes for the recalled products are on the CPSC website. Health headlines now this morning, as a new study is suggesting the popular weight loss drugs may also be able to help treat addiction. Researchers studied about 3 years of health records for more than 600,000 veterans with type 2 diabetes. They were treated with either GLP-1 medicines or another type of medication, and researchers found that those who took the GLP-1 medicines were less likely to have bad outcomes, such as a drug overdose, if they'd already been diagnosed with a substance use disorder. 6:52, time now for the top 5 local things you need to know this morning, starting in Kennewick. We're nearly 2 months after neighbors first learned of a proposed less restrictive housing site for sexually violent predators in Kennewick. City officials are now saying that project's off the table. The property right there on your screen at 5304 West 8th Avenue had been planned as an LRA unit, but Joe Field, the man who was set to manage the home, has allegedly backed out as of Wednesday. A realtor now involved says a buyer is under contract to purchase the property, but the sale has not yet closed. Officials are saying that they will continue to look for solutions and will focus on communicating with nearby homeowners. In the meantime, the community is asked to stop vandalizing that property so that the repairs can be made and move forward. And detectives say an early morning fire on Monday damaged a building in the 1400 block of South 14th Street in Union Gap. Take a look. These are images from surveillance video from the Union Gap Police Department on your screen. It shows a man in the shadows setting cardboard on fire near the structure. Police describing the suspect that you see there wearing white shoes, black pants, and a black puffy jacket. Cost of the damage still unknown. Authorities asking anyone with information to contact Yakima Valley Crime Stoppers. And in Lincoln County, authorities say 26-year-old Aspen Jada Valdez was found dead on Tuesday morning in the backyard of a home in Sprague. Investigators say she was last seen on February 26th near State Route 23 after leaving a family vehicle. An autopsy's been done. Cause of death, no, not yet determined. And they're saying right now no signs of foul play have been confirmed. Authorities are asking anyone with information or security video from that area to come forward. And Kennewick Police responded to an apartment complex just after 9:15 yesterday morning to reports of a teenager who was showing what was believed to be a handgun, and it was all taking place near Kamiakin High School. So out of precaution, the high school did enter a secure and teach. It locked the exterior doors and classes continued inside. Officers say what was found was actually a BB gun and that BB gun never reached the school. The secure and teach was lifted after about 20 minutes, and police confirmed there was no ongoing danger to students or the public. And this weekend, rallies against child exploitation and human trafficking will be held in Kennewick and Yakima. Kennewick event is scheduled for 11 a.m. outside of the mall. The Yakima event is scheduled for 10 a.m. at the Downtown Capitol Theater. Rallies are a part of a national movement called Save Our Children. Organizers encouraging anyone who is unable to attend to show support from home. 6:55 trending this morning. A popular fast food chain wants to pay you six figures just to eat.
Count me in.
Yeah,
Wendy's,
where do we sign up?
Wendy's is on a nationwide search for a chief tasting officer. For $100,000 a year, you'll taste Wendy's menu items, create content, share creative feedback, and help the company keep a pulse on what's trending in fast food. The job description says applicants just need a mouth,
check,
a pulse,
check,
and strong opinions about the brand's fast food.
Check. I think we could do this.
I think so.
The remote role also requires very little travel. So Wendy's says that you can expect to go places like your local Wendy's or your couch.
To apply, candidates must submit a video showing why they're the perfect personality hire, and of course be sure to show off their tasting skills. Now listen, all that's great, but like, I'm going to need Wendy's to bring back the 4 for $4 because that was peak fast food. They did away with that. Now they have these like biggie bag deals. It's not the same.
Hot takes. Apply for the job. You've got a lot to say.
They would say you're just a little too negative. You're a little too cynical for this position. Yeah.
You'll bring it back. You'll bring back the light.
Yeah. Positive.
All right. Speaking of bringing back the light, you bring back the sunshine for the weekend and some nice temperatures.
Yeah, I think a decent amount of sunshine for tomorrow. Definitely the temperatures are going to be nice for tomorrow. Up around 70 degrees, but then the wind gusts go up on Sunday, the temperatures go down, and the snowfall goes up, especially for the Cascades. First Alert Radar is showing you not a whole lot out there for this morning. A little speck of rain here or there, but it's mostly dry out there for this morning. Wind gusts you see not as impactful as what we were seeing just yesterday morning. Still a little bit gusty, and today will inevitably be breezy. Those gusts between 20 to 30 miles per hour. Temperatures 30s and 40s for lower elevations. We're sitting at a decent 45 there in the Tri-Cities. Your hourly forecast for this Friday, a little 20 to 30% chances of rain all throughout the day. Definitely not a washout, but just enough to have that First Alert weather app on hand. Those highs going to end up in the 50s for today, but up around 70 for Saturday. Then, like I said, the wind gusts going up, the temperatures going down, the snow going up.
All right. I love it so much. Hey, thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest on all the stories we talked about today and your forecast at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Yeah, Good Morning America is up next. We'll be back with the local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.